Good evening, this is Coach Willie. I thought I'd put up a quick YouTube video for the parent meeting that went on today and get people caught up that may not have been able to come to tonight's meeting. That is totally fine, but glad you're able to join us. I'm head coach Scott Willie, my assistant's Daryl Evans. Yes, that's the same Pastor Evans over at the Baptist Church. He and I have been friends for a long time and has been an assistant for well over 10 years. And it's been a great journey together, and we're real excited about this season with the kids. The goal of today's meeting was just to get parents familiar with our Remind app, what the schedule looks like, and what those first few days are going to be. So for the Remind app, on your phone, you would text 81010. The class name is Boys Golf, and then you would enter the code below at F9G8946. This will have all the information that you need, the schedule, announcements that might pop up, changes in venue, because that sometimes happens at the last minute. If we get cancellations due to weather conditions, that's on the Remind app. So that's going to be the big hub for communication for me and the parents and the kids. Okay. Things we need to be in the office by Monday, August 7th. The sports physical, the informed consent, the insurance waiver, emergency contact information in case something happens to your child on the golf course. You'd be surprised. Sometimes things do happen. Any other paperwork, and also the activity fee. If it's got a star next to it, right over here, that can be done online. And you can contact the office if you need help with any of that. Okay, some other design items. This is more for the kids themselves. They need the junior golf membership at the golf course. It may have gone up from the 110, but I've got it up there. There's the basic equipment like the clubs, golf bag, balls, tees, ball marker, golf ball repair tool. That's the thing that's used to help repair the marks on the green. And sometimes we play in the rain. Unless there's thunder, lightning, we're going for those matches. It's also important that the kids know the rules of the game. I will work with some of the first timers as freshmen or kids just coming out on that first day, so I can go over some of the basic rules with them, but definitely become familiar with them by going on usga.org and the rules quiz. Tryout week, let's go over that. The first day of practice is August 7th at 7 a.m. I will meet with the kids, and that's going to be the getting the rust off the hinges kind of day. They will work on the putting green, do some short game work, and then they can play some holes on their own. But they will also sign up for their first day of tryouts, and tryouts will be Tuesday through Thursday, August 8th through the 10th. Each day will be 18 holes, walking. Be ready. Okay, so that means also you might want to have a little food in your bag. You may need some extra water. It's from 7 a.m. until all the rounds are concluded. This is where we have the scoreboard up on the clubhouse. The members and people like to see that and see how our kids are doing, get an idea of how it might look for the rest of the season. So that's kind of a fun thing. Top 6 players will be the varsity, the bottom 6 will be the JV. Seniors need to be in the top 6 to be on the team. Okay? That shouldn't be an issue this year since there's only one of them. Friday, August 11th will be the picture day at 7:30 a.m. at the course, and shirts should be done, ready to go by then. Okay. Athletes, we expect you to be the ambassadors for the golf course. You're always fixing ball marks and divots. We always want it in better shape than when we found it. We expect our players to always be respectful to members and other people out on the course. We let them play through if we're slowing them down, and we're always respectful to them. We should never have an issue with people on the course. We should never have an issue with the maintenance crew. They do a fantastic job, and we should be nothing but respectful to them. And our athletes represent Prairie Central. At the end of every match, we expect hats off. You either do fist bump or shake hands with your opponents. If they played well, you let them know it. If you beat them, you're humble about it. We're humble in victory. We're always gracious when we lose. Help the other teams' players look for lost balls. You're always watching for that. That helps keep the pace of play up, and it's always good courtesy for other teams. Never give up. That's a big thing. You don't know what the other players are doing. Another team could have a bad day, and it could be just an attitude away from winning a match or going to sectionals, and that has happened to us. Cheating, club throwing won't be tolerated on this program. I will give you a warning, and then if you proceed to do it again, you don't want to be on Prairie Central Golf very bad. So we take pride in how we behave, but there's also things that cannot be tolerated. We've had kids cheat, and I've warned them, and then I've seen them cheat, and they're off the team. That's a reputation that a school gets when someone cheats, and it takes years to get rid of. Okay. Nothing's etched in stone. We can always get a change in venue for whatever reason. A course may not be able to host, and we might have to host one, but always pay attention on the Remind app. Senior night's going to be September 26th against Bloomington Central Catholic, so that's where we recognize our seniors. Junior varsity play days, as of now, they're August 22nd, 28th, the 29th, and 31st, and 7th, 11th, 12th, and 26th. Those may change, but as of now, those are our dates. Okay, on to practices. Practices will always be after school for approximately 2 hours at Indian Creek at 3:30 right after. Now in August, we're on a 2:30 dismissal, but we can always go right after on the 2:30 dismissal for practice. Years ago, kids like to make runs to Kilgus's Dairy to get some ice cream before practice. No. Please come right after practice, and then we get done quick enough, and then you can do that after. Our parents and kids have done a really good job of arranging rides to the golf course. It's a short jaunt from the high school, so that actually works out pretty good. If there's a varsity match, not a JV match, JV are expected to be at the course either getting 9 holes in or working on some of the weak points of their games. Prairie Central Golf, we tend to have some of the best parents, I believe. My experience with them has been nothing but positive, and I'm very appreciative of that. During the matches, I like to try to make it as much like state as possible, but please stay 25 yards from the kids. A lot of our golf courses will have cart paths, and I ask that you stay on the cart paths. Those are ideal. Obviously, some courses won't have them, but also help with looking for golf balls in case of an errant shot. That helps with picking up the pace of play. You can obviously give your kids drinks if it's getting hot, if they're empty with them. You can give them clothing if they're getting cold. You can do those things. If you're not sure, you can give me the sweater or whatnot, and I can give that to the child later on. Please do not give advice to your kids like a yardage or swing tips or anything like that. That takes away from the game, for the honor and integrity of it. So we ask that you don't do that. When an away match is over, the kids come home, ride on the bus. On the way to matches, they ride the bus also, unless you get okay from the office. But when it's time to leave, I have a sign-out sheet where the parents will sign them out, and then they're free to go after signing out. If you're driving another athlete home, that is fine, but usually I prefer a note from the parent that won't be there to say it's okay for my son to ride back with so-and-so, and then they're free to do that. If for whatever reason you forget to have that note ready, we can do a phone call after the match, and if I hear from you that it's okay, that'll work as well. But I kind of prefer to have something in writing. That's just a preference. And in case you need to contact me, my number's 309-635-3977, or here's my email address. The Remind app is also another great way to get into contact with me. That is all from my meeting here. Appreciate it. Appreciate your time on here. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. And let's see if we can have a really good season.